People don't understand how
stacking in my bag. Yeah, stacking in my bag. I like crypto grind. Currencies flowing, every coins on my mind. From Coinbase to Upper, watch the numbers climb. In this damn fine, feeling so prime. Hustling these protocols, known to the man. Emptying out my radar, I can't understand. Jumping on the wave, watch me move to the plan. Holding diamond hands in this crypto land. Got my eyes on the prize, making moves like a king. Every transaction here, cash registers ring. Ride a blockchain, we won't never be slow. In the world of finance, that's the profit.
if you're holding real world assets, utility assets, you are a bank.
Yeah, of course we go over the news and stuff, but we just do what feels natural when we be doing our thing.
You gotta get this money on.
Yo. So we gotta get this money on.
Gotta get this money on.
Money on.
Gotta get this money on. How we looking? Still terrible. New box. Internet horrible.
Shit.
Look at
it, fam.
They sent the new box. Told me it should work.
It should work, guys.
Internet cord, all that. Internet still don't work.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Got to do what we did yesterday. Hold on. This is insane. Like Verizon is horrible. Horrible. Verizon sucks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there we have it. That's the verdict. I was gonna see if it was switching to Starlink. Switching to Starlink. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm gonna have to go on my other phone. Let me actually turn this.
We here. We here. Guess not. What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? We trying to get the situation right. Internet still fucking up on Queen's side, but we getting it popping. Add to the stream. Can't see you. What up? Who over there? Who over there? So I said D take off. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Somebody said silver going to 200. Yeah. Nah. Silver pumping though. Silver pumping though. You know what I'm saying? It's at like 90. Let me check the price. Let me check the price. It's like 92. It's like 92. Last time I checked. There you go. There you go.
All right, I'm on my iPad. So how's it working?
Nah, it's straight. It's straight.
Okay.
It's straight. You clear. Clear.
So it might be something with my MacBook.
I don't know how. That shit damn near new.
All right. Give me 1 second. Let me set up real quick.
Oh, silver 88. Well, it came back down a little bit. I thought it would go to that that $100 level. Yeah, it's at 89. I see. Still way up. Still way up from where we was. I thought it would get to that 100. That shit hit. That shit hit about 90. That shit hit close to like 94. About 94. That shit hit almost 94. It came back down a little bit. I thought it was gonna go to that 100 and then come back down, but we'll see after the weekend. Jokers is cashing in. That's why. Jokers is tearing their house up looking for silver, cashing that shit in. That's why. I don't know what to do.
Damn. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me share my screen. So I know you. Oh yeah, you sent some stuff. Hold on. So I'll let you go over this altcoin article first.
Which one? Which one?
The altcoin, what's it called? Altcoins out recovery as Russell 2000 hits all-time high.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's talk about it. So yeah, hopes of a strong altcoin season ignite again as the Russell 2000 hits all-time highs. So the altcoin season narrative gathers steam in Q1 as long positions dominate, shorts. So this is what's happening right now. So the broader crypto market is showing renewed strength with Bitcoin, around 95. I think it's around 95, 94. Price surging past 97,000 earlier this week. So there's growing market chatter around strong altcoin season in Q1 2026 as the Russell 2000 index hits record highs this month in January. So the on-chain data suggests that traders are increasingly willing to take on more risk while positioning for a potential altcoin recovery, right? So altcoins have been showing strength recently with the likes of Ethereum, BNB, Solana showing strong gains on the weekly chart. And then on-chain indicators confirm strength in the altcoin space, with most assets showing a long to short ratio above 1. So privacy coins led by Monero, which is XMR, have also been drawn increased attention recently. And then crypto analytics platform AlphaTel noted that the long positions are currently dominating over the short positions. So, from an investor psychology perspective, many altcoins have corrected by 80 to 90%. As a result, investors who are already facing significant losses have little incentive to sell and are instead choosing to hold their positions, right? So they stand in pat, they hold them. And then another popular crypto market analyst noted that altcoins versus Bitcoin chart is showing signs of a bottom forming. So it may be a bottom forming right now. He expects the next alt season in 2026 to be larger than 2017 and 2021 combined. So he said the next alt season in 2026 rather, this year is going to be larger than 2017 and 2021 combined, citing a key technical setup, right? So just for my chart bros. And then the Russell 2000 index shows major strength. So the Russell 2000 index reflecting, small cap stocks is showing major strength after hitting a fresh all-time high in January. And this highlights renewed strength in the United States small cap stocks, setting up a strong backdrop for risk assets. So in the first 15 days of 2026, the index has risen 7%, adding another 220 billion to its market cap. And then Peter Brandt noted that the index has broken out into a reversal head and shoulders pattern, prompting him to take a long position. So this seems look pretty bullish. This right here is this article right here talking about the Russell 2000 hitting all-time highs. Seems pretty bullish for altcoins. With that one guy saying this is going to be bigger than 2017 and 2021 combined. So we'll see. We'll see.
I like that. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to this next article. We're gonna talk about some XDC today too. But I want to talk about.
It's echoing.
I don't know how.
It's just in the background.
Hold on. Is it echoing now?
Yep.
All right, is it echoing now? Oh,
definitely.
Hold on, my bad. That's because the computer was turned up. Is it echoing?
No, you good now. You good now. You good now.
All right, it's good now. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know you have another article. This one right here. The SEC. Let's talk about the SEC real quick. The SEC chair predicts 2-year timeline to put USD on chain with the real $12.6 trillion opportunity in equities. So what is?
Yeah. So they talking about a lot. You know what I'm saying? All these different companies and stuff like that. Hold on, let me go to my notes as well. And while I'm going to my notes, how are we feeling about the market overall right now? You think we headed for some upward movement since this pushback?
I think they're setting up for whatever they're getting ready to do, whatever this Black Swan event is, whatever they gotta do it at some point in Q1, because after Q1 they have to get ready for midterms. So I think that the market is just moving in a way where it's just bracing itself for whatever is getting ready to happen. I think we're gonna have some short-term pain, because whatever it's gonna be some short-term pain.
Okay.
So yeah, I think the market's probably bracing for a nice little drop before we run up for whatever catalyst that these people are preparing right now.
Okay, because there needs to be some type of catalyst. Okay, so the SEC chair, Paul Atkins, says that the U.S. markets could be on chain with in approximately the next 2 years, but the real opportunity is not stocks. He says the real prize is collateral, mobility, and repo, treasuries, money funds, and cash-like instruments. He said that this is where 12.6 trillion per day opportunity lives. 12.6 trillion per day.
Oh, I could have.
Right? What happened? Oh, she left. Okay. I thought she was talking to me. Where's that at? Oh, yeah. So basically the article talks about on-chain does not mean Wall Street turning into Uniswap. So instead, layer 1, which is tokenized wrappers, a token represents a security. So everything else is staying traditional. So basically you're talking about digital certificates. And then layer 2, tokenized entitlements. So where the SEC is right now, this is the DTCC pilot you keep hearing about. So ownership records, moving on chain, transfers happening 24/7, settlement and netting stay traditional, and then only registered wallets. So this is a huge operationally, and it's still permission and it's no public DeFi access. So they said this is a 2-year outcome for this stuff. And then on-chain settlement versus on-chain cash. This is the hard part. So this is things when things get really real. So to do delivery versus payment, DVP, you need tokenized collateral and tokenized cash. So stable coins, tokenized bank deposits, wholesale CBDCs. But the problem here is that Wall Street relies on netting, and netting minimizes liquidity needed for real-time settlement. All right. What you doing over there?
Dang, I forgot y'all on my iPad. You can see everything.
Hell yeah. I'm like, what the hell is she doing?
My bad.
Oh.
I can get the food.
So
I had my yoga parfait. All right.
So what they're talking about with the $12.6 trillion opportunity is why the repo matters more than the stocks is because everyone talks about equities, which is $67.7 trillion market cap. and but the equities already work. So the repo is the real monster. So 12.6 trillion in daily repo exposure, and then the repo equals short-term loans secured by collateral. So it's the plumbing and the global finance. So why tokenization matters here is because collateral moves slowly today, and the settlement risk is real. So if tokenization improves transparency, speed, collateral usability, even 0.5 to 2% adoption will equal 63 billion to 252 billion dollars daily on-chain activity. Damn. So even if it got the smallest adoption, you're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars daily on-chain activity. So what's already happening right now is you got tokenized treasuries at 9.25 billion. You got tokenized money market funds, which is BlackRock's Build, Franklin Templeton. You know, that's some billions of dollars. And these assets behave like cash. They already collateral friendly, and they fit existing regulations. So in the next 12 to 24 months, repo collateralization tokenization is going to take place. Permissioned on-chain entitlements, institution-only wallets, approved blockchains, and this aligns perfectly with the SEC language, the DTCC pilots, and the Davos narrative on resilience and trust. So, damn, this is crazy.
2-year timeline.
On activity train, on chain activity.
On chain activity. Okay.
Yeah.
2-year timeline. Okay. Let's get into it, y'all. So we do got some updates about the market structure bill. So guess I'll get into that real quick since I got all these hiccups going on with this internet. Let me just here we go. Because you got the Democrats are pursuing a Friday call with crypto industry on market structure bill. I think what everyone, including myself, frustration comes in is why y'all ain't been did that to get this under control. Mm-hmm. So this is how it's just theatrics. But yeah, so Senate Democrats are organizing a conference call with crypto industry representatives this Friday to discuss the stalled crypto market structure bill that the Senate Banking Committee had been scheduled to mark up but postponed. So this call will include lawmakers from both the Senate Banking Committee and the Senate Agriculture Committee, along with crypto industry voices. So the goal is to talk through concerns with the current draft of the bill, including issues that have caused major players to oppose it. So why this is happening? So the Senate Banking Committee delayed its planned markup of the market structure bill, which is a key step, in this whole process, after industry pushback from Coinbase. So Coinbase's CEO publicly withdrew, which I know we talked about, because of concerns with stablecoin rewards, regulatory authority allocation, with the CFTC versus the SEC, and innovation impact. So Senate leadership says lawmakers remain at the table in good faith. And this call is part of continued discussions to find language that legislators and industry can agree on. So this call isn't a vote. So let me just go ahead and clear it up for any misconceptions. So this meeting doesn't advance the bill directly. It's a dialogue intended to clarify issues and build consensus before committee markup is formally rescheduled. So I guess they just want us to know that they're working on it. Since it got postponed and all this, it's causing an uproar in the space. So I feel like they just put this information out to kind of keep people calm.
They could be saying anything. They could be saying
anything.
Them niggas could have went home, fam. They could have went home for all we know. They could have went home and been like, all right, whatever. Because it's Martin Luther King weekend. Them niggas went home, yo.
Yeah. So they claiming that they got a conference call set up for tomorrow. And lawmakers from both parties are supposed to be involved, indicating a continued attempt at compromise rather than abandonment of the bill. The development is part of a larger pattern this week. So the Senate Banking Committee postponed, the market structure markup. And then Coinbase withdrew, and then the Senate Agriculture Committee negotiations are also ongoing, meaning multiple tracks of crypto policy work are happening at once. So together, these show that while consensus is elusive, lawmakers engage rather than drop the effort, trying to align industry needs with regulatory goals. So we'll see, y'all. I don't know. I feel like they just speak bullshit. I'm still standing on that mountain where I really think it's going to be a catalyst that will require emergency regulations, and whatever the catalyst is going to require this new payment system. And then they'll have to do emergency regulations, and they'll do it one night that none of us will be bracing for, and they'll just randomly do it, and then that will be the beginning of the bull run because they just want to catch everybody off guard. Doing it this way, we you know what I'm saying, we can kind of time it a little bit, unless, you know what I'm saying. I've always heard price before law, so I wouldn't be surprised if prices started moving before the bill actually got signed. But I really think that is what they are planning to do, which is why they are stalling the way they are. Because whenever they do plan on doing this major event that will require them to, you know, utilize this technology, that is when this bill gets signed, because the bill is done. So that's what I think they are bracing themselves for. That's what I think is going on here, because other than that, it doesn't make any sense to start this bill unless you want to do it in a way where, you know, yeah, we didn't have a choice. We had to, you know, usher in this technology, because it's a lot of pushback with this whole thing with crypto and blockchain. A lot of people are calling it the beast system. You know, people that, you know, think they woke and they not. But it is a lot of pushback from, you know, the sheep with this. So, you know, they would have to have a reason to bring it in. And so I think that is what we are waiting on right now. Truthfully, I think that's what's going on. You know, I just don't think they want us to time it.
Yeah. Just like Daniel said over there on YouTube, he said, you know, this is theater by Congress. They had 6 months to talk. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
They had all this time to talk. They had all this time to talk and get shit straight. You know what I'm saying? So we all know everything is straight. It's just that when are they going to push the button? You know? But like you said, yep, it has to be something that needs to happen. Something needs to happen for it to make sense. For it to make sense. And it's going to catch cats off guard like a motherfucker, because they're going to be paying attention to this while all this shit is going on in the background, and they're about to implement it real fast and in a quick and a hurry. So I ain't tripping. But
so today's the 16th, and they still got to vote. That's the other thing. We got shutdown catalyst as well. So I'm like, I'm with Daniel, just reading Daniel's comment. I'm sorry, y'all dropped my top. Hold on. I'm reading Daniel's comment. He said they will pass on a random night, maybe in the funding bill shutdown week. So that's a good theory. That's a good thought.
Yeah,
as well, because another shutdown would just be crazy, being that he has midterms this year. That's why I think that they're gonna figure that part out, but we'll see. Because it don't make sense. If that's the case, then Trump really don't care, which he don't care. Like, we know that, but you know what I'm saying? A shutdown would be insane. Like, he would be borderline get ready to get impeached if a shutdown occurs for another. You know what I'm saying? In the last 2-3 months, like, nigga, you gonna be up for impeachment. Like,
he ain't gonna care, because he done showed you he positioned himself this entire time. You know what I'm saying? With USD1 and
World Liberty Financial. He gotta get these bills, but for whatever plan he has at play with World Liberty Financial, it's still crypto. So he has to get that market structure bill done before he can be on his bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because his stuff don't move unless we get this market structure bill, unless we get regulations.
Yeah, it's already done. They just gotta do what they gotta do. So
yeah,
according to the act, we are still in 2025. 2026 doesn't start until January 20th. Okay,
that's true. Somebody else over here on TikTok said, I think a catalyst will happen for the bill to be pushed. On top of the Treasury buyback delay, saying technical issues, sounds like they're exposing that the system is old. So I think best case is to force a catalyst. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that for sure. So yeah, y'all. So we'll keep an eye on it. You already know we're doing our best to keep up with this most confusing bill. You know what I'm saying? With all the pushbacks and delays and stall tactics that they're using to keep everybody confused. But yeah, we're gonna try and keep y'all in the loop with this and see what goes down. You know what I'm saying? I toss and turn at night and check my phone just to see if anything popped off, because I want to make sure we might. I don't care if we got to get up at 2-3 in the morning. You know, they passed that bill in the middle of the night. We on live. Period. Well, D better answer the phone because D be sleep. But yeah. So we'll keep up with that, y'all. We'll keep up with that. So that's pretty much the update that I saw for today. For right now, as far as market structure goes. So now that we got that out the way, who gets the yield? So we gotta talk about this part of the Clarity Act as well. Who gets the yield? Clarity Act becomes a fight over on-chain So that's the next thing that I want to get into real quick while we're talking about market structure.
Okay.
So stablecoin, huh?
And I said, okay.
So stablecoins have become more than just payment tokens. So many crypto platforms use them as building blocks for lending, liquidity provision, and yield strategies. So restricting certain kinds of rewards threatens how these systems work today. So if the law limits passive yield like interest just for holding a stablecoin, that pushes users and liquidity offshore or into complex permission systems. So critics warn this could concentrate power in big banks and custodians, removing one of DeFi's key functions. So Coinbase publicly opposed parts of the bill because of how it would affect stablecoin rewards and DeFi user data practices, suggesting the compromise draft may favor incumbents over innovation. So yield. So how this fits the broader crypto policy landscape. So yield as a regulatory battleground. So stablecoin reward terms are at the heart of the bill's current debate because they touch on banking stability, consumer protection, and the competitive dynamic between crypto platforms and traditional banks. Legislative language that restricts yield could shift where capital flows in the U.S. financial system. So if the U.S. clamps down too tightly on-chain yield, institutional demand might migrate to less regulated offshore markets, something critics say undermines the goal of bringing crypto activity under U.S. oversight. So this debate reflects a larger ideological split. So DeFi advocates want open, permissionless systems where yield and liquidity compete freely. Traditional financial interests want clear boundaries and often narrower definitions for who can pay interest or offer yield, citing deposit flight and consumer protection. So that is the big debate right now with the Clarity Act is about the yield. Me personally, I feel like this is a battle that the banks already won. And the banks are gonna get away with this one. But the banks aren't saying you can't get yield. So I want to clear that up. The banks are just saying we're not gonna make it easy. You're not gonna just go put some money in a stable coin and earn 10%. But you can do it the traditional way that the way people have been earning yield. You could go, that which is why DeFi is so important. So they're not banning yield. I think that's a misconception that's kind of floating around that some people aren't having the best understanding of. That they're not like trying to get rid of yield altogether. They're just basically saying no, you gotta take extra steps. Pretty much.
I see that. Yeah. I mean, and if people are willing to take those extra steps and those extra, precautions and stuff like that, power to them. But most people, they know most people are not gonna do all that shit. Most people are not gonna do that. Most people are not gonna do that. You know what I mean? Most people are not gonna be like, okay, how can I get, they barely know what crypto and stable coins is as is. So what makes you think that they're gonna go through all these hoops and shit like that to learn this? It's only gonna be a small percentage. But you guys are the small percentage, fam. You guys are the small percentage. So thank God y'all paid attention. You seen you want to get into this. Okay.
Yeah, let's get into Davos real quick. Yeah, because I know I believe this is the World Economic Forum. So I believe Trump's supposed to be there. I think Brad Garlinghouse is also supposed to be there. So I think this is a pretty big meeting, being the conditions we in right now with trying to push market structure and all that. So yeah, let's get it. Let's dig into this.
Absolutely. So the World Economic Forum, they having a annual Davos meeting January 19th to the 23rd. So this Monday to next Thursday. So the purpose is to bring global power players together to manage a world in transition, not debate theory, right? So this is not a conference for ideas alone. It's where policy direction, economic coordination, and technology alignment quietly happen, right? So why this Davos meeting in 2026 matters more than the past years is because they talk about urgency. Urgency. So geopolitical instability, economic fragmentation, rapid artificial intelligence deployment, workforce disruption, energy and climate constraints, and the erosion of trust in institutions. So basically, the old systems are cracking, and Davos 2026 is about to decide what replaces them. I'm gonna say that again. The old systems are cracking, and Davos 2026, where all these leaders are meeting up, is going to decide what is going to replace them. So it's very, very important to pay attention to this. And if you go to their website, they just released a report. They just released a annual, not an annual report, but it's a global risk report of 2026. It's 100 pages. I'm about to look through it this weekend, but it's 100 pages long. I'm gonna see what's up, and possibly on Monday have some information about that. So who's attending? Who's going to be there? So some of the names that I'm about to drop that's going to be there is, of course, like Queen said, Donald Trump is going to be there. You're going to have the Prime Minister of Canada. You're going to have the Chancellor of Germany. You're going to have all these people from all these different countries and territories there for sure. And then on the tech side, you're going to have CEO of NVIDIA. You're going to have Microsoft there, Anthropic, Meta, Google DeepMind, Palantir, OpenAI, a lot of these technological technology companies. You're also going to have a whole bunch of different civil society organizations, in different countries there as well. So a lot of major players there. But why are they doing this? Is because, for one, they about to roll this shit out. They about to roll a lot of shit out, obviously, right? So what they're not saying directly, but is in context there, is that digital IDs is going to be AI governance, right? It's going to be cross-border systems, financial inclusion, security, and disinformation controlled. So this is about control. So digital identity is pretty much unavoidable at this point. And also trusted identity frameworks, interoperable IDs across different borders. I think that's part of the reason why Trump is not letting a lot of people from different countries come into the United States right now, because they're about to implement a lot of this stuff, and they're doing all these different checkpoints. And then AI and identification verification, digital credentials for work, for payments, health, education, etc. And then, of course, preventing fraud and AI-driven systems. And then, on the blockchain DLT side, they're not going to frame it as crypto hype, but they're going to frame it as settlement rails, the shit that we talk about every day: settlement rails, tokenization, programmable money, supply chain transparencies, cross-border payments from here to there, digital asset custody, interoperability between financial systems, etc. So the IMF, the World Bank, the WTO, the BIS are all aligned on this mission, and they're probably all going to be there as well, right? So this is heavy. This is some heavy stuff. So we're gonna keep a close eye on this meeting, though. We're gonna keep a close eye on this meeting, because if you got NVIDIA, Microsoft, Google, OpenAI, Anthropic, and all these other companies in the same room, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Along with all these other governments, it's gonna be a big deal. So we're gonna keep an eye on this stuff over here for sure.
My bad.
Larry Fink and Brad Garland house under one roof for real this time. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Klaus Schwab, he gone. Klaus Schwab is gone. So it's the new regime now.
It's gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting because Trump gonna be there. Brad is definitely supposed to be a speaker. And then of course, Larry Fink is gonna be there. So yeah, this is gonna be a interesting event. What's the date for the event again?
The 19th to the 23rd.
Oh, okay. That's in a couple days. Okay. Next
Monday.
Martin
Luther King Day.
Martin Luther King. Okay. So yeah, y'all, we'll keep an eye on that event, because I know it's gonna be a lot of clips. There's gonna be a lot of articles coming from this event, from different things that they're talking about and mentioning. So this is a very, very, very important event. So you definitely want to be tuned in next week. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, because you definitely gonna want to be tuned in next week. So we'll keep up with that, especially since Trump gonna be in the motherfucking building, because that means, we all know why Trump and his family gonna be there. I mean, they got a whole institution. So so this is major if you're trying to understand the play at hand here. You know what I'm saying? It's just from a financial perspective. But yeah,
that's
okay.
A fact. That's
so yeah, we'll keep an eye on Davos. So shout out to Team Green in the chat. That's has that discernment to understand that it's not about my emotions and how I feel about the president. This is about me getting paid. This is about me changing my family. You know what I'm saying? Changing my bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be able to tolerate stuff like this to get there. So shout out to Team Green. Yeah. So Team Green in the chat, y'all drop a fire all my team green, because we not red or blue. We team green. We just trying to get this money.
Green.
Trying to get this bread. So shout out to Team Green, bro. Shout out to Team Green. So yeah, let's go on to this next article, because I know you sent me something about DeFi you wanted me to go over. Yeah, let's go over this DeFi article real quick.
And shout out to Daniel. He said his birthday's on Monday. Shout out.
Oh man, yeah, we gotta make sure we tell Daniel happy birthday on Monday. Shout out to Daniel. He's a huge supporter of the channel. We appreciate Daniel.
Happy early birthday, fam. Happy early birthday.
Hold on, y'all. Trying to find the we're gonna talk about PNC Bank a little bit too.
Okay.
Here we go. This was interesting. I thought this was a good find that D sent me earlier. Let's definitely talk about this. About these Web3 platforms. So Web3 revenue shifts from blockchains to wallets and DeFi apps. People about these yield opportunities. So jumping off the porch and realizing where the yield really is. So let's talk about it though. So we got, according to recent data shared by crypto analyst Jamie Couts, I don't know if I'm saying her last name correctly, but these finance applications and wallets now captures more fees. Oh, that's crazy. 5 times more fees than the underlying blocks themselves. So that marks a shift in where revenue is accruing in the crypto ecosystem, from the base layer, which is blockchain networks, up to the app users interact with directly. So data from analytics platform DeFi Llama shows that over the past 30 days, the 17 top lead generating products were all DeFi protocols or user-facing apps, not base blockchains. A common blockchain like Solana did generate fees, but it was far outsized by major DeFi income generators like stablecoin. So why this shift matters? Revenue is moving closer to users instead of fees. Blockchains themselves, which traditionally earn via gas fees for transactions, more of the money is now going to DeFi applications such as decentralized wallets and stablecoin protocols, which capture fees from swaps, lending, markets, and financial activity. So users and developers focus on utility. So this trend suggests that it is increasingly tied to real financial activity, trading, lending, stablecoin movement, rather than simply putting transactions on chain. In other words, actual usage of financial services through apps may be more monetizable than raw chain activity. But their share is smaller. So base networks still earn fees when transactions occur, like gas on Ethereum or validators on Solana, but their share of industry revenue has declined relative to the fees captured built on top of them. So this fee shift changes in how value accrues in Web3. So applications versus infrastructure. Blockchains alone, just the base networks, used to dominate fee revenue. Now, apps that users interact with directly are capturing more of the money stream. So stablecoins play a big role. So protocols like USDT are significant fee generators, showing that stablecoin movement and liquidity protocols can fees. Developer and investor focus shifting. Developer and investor focus is shifting. So with applications bringing in more, investors might prioritize front-end innovations, wallets, dexes, lending markets that capture recurring usage fees. Dynamic is part of the maturing crypto economy, where functional products that offer real financial services start to accumulate real rather than speculative or infrastructure-centric model. So I thought that was very interesting that money is going into these DeFi apps. This is, so the shift is really happy situation. More and more people are catching on. So make sure you're not lacking behind when it comes to DeFi, because people are positioning themselves and getting those liquidity pools. So it would be smart to be educating yourself and making sure you got your foot in the dough, because those liquidity pools do fill up. Those pools do fill up, and everybody does not get a piece of the pie just because they, you can't jump a pool when it's full. You can't jump into a pool when it's full. Yeah, make sure y'all doing y'all due diligence. If you're waiting for regulations, I'm telling you now, it's gonna be too late. The least you should be doing right now is educating you. Even if you're not jumping completely off the porch, but you at least educate yourself, you're putting yourself in a better position than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But if you're gonna wait for regulations to jump off the porch to start educating yourself and getting into these pools, that's gonna be way too late. I'm telling you. Because the shift already happened. If we see the money's already going over there, the shift is already happening. So if you're gonna wait for regulations, that's way too late. I'm sorry, but that's way, way, way too late. Right. I'm just letting you know straight up. That's why I'm glad I found this article so that y'all can see in real time the money is already shifting. If Ethereum is seeing declines in fees, they're shifting. Okay, the money shifting. So you might want to be getting right. It's not bullshit. You might learn DeFi. You might want to be learning DeFi.
Nah, that's 1,000%. And another indicator that I know shit is shifting and is getting real is because so many projects are failing, fam. CoinGecko latest data on anyone can launch a token, because remember it was a time period where anybody could do whatever, anybody could launch a token, meme token, stuff like that. So that argument turned into something measurable now. 53% of tokens tracked on CoinGecko between July 2021 and December 2025 are now inactive, fam. 53%. So that represents roughly 13.4 million projects that failed out of 25 million. So you're talking about more than half of those projects that were active back in 2021 to now are done. So the year 2025 alone accounted for 11.6 million of those deaths and 86% of failures in the data set. So this wasn't gradual. So the fourth quarter saw about 7.7 million tokens go dark, fam. So that's how we're going into the RWA era. Real usage, real ecosystems, real people, real shit going on. That's how we moving. More than half of the tokens tracked on CoinGecko are inactive.
Damn, we moving. Niggas, hey, and that's the thing. People running, they you know what I'm saying, rug pool is about to go crazy right here, before these regulations get signed. The rug pool is about to go crazy. So if you in a couple bullshit meme coins, you might want to go ahead and take that profit.
Yeah.
Because if we sitting here speculating, and we're not the only ones speculating on emergency regulations, by the way. So I'm not gonna sit here and just be like, oh, BlockNation's the only one saying that. It's a lot of people with the same type of opinion. People have a couple theories, and one of their theories is definitely emergency regs. So that now that we know that randomly anywhere between Q1 and Q2, because we know they have to get ready for midterms. If you know at a point in time, at some point, it's that we're gonna get regulations, you need to get out of that investment, because I'm telling you, all them bullshit meme coins, all them coins that ain't got no type of utility, y'all better get out. Y'all better get out, because everything is not gonna. You know what I'm saying?
You have been vocal about that the past several months. You have been vocal about that, and seeing now that over half of the coins that's tracked on CoinGecko are inactive, that's crazy, fam. That's crazy.
Damn. Yeah, y'all. So
that's crazy.
Be careful talking to fake ass tokens. I won't say no name. A part of me, I wanted to be petty now, but I'm not. I done grew up. If y'all had caught me in my 20s, though, I would have been petty. What I'm talking about. People in these fake ass tokens. So y'all be careful. Damn. I think Shiba and all them is good. I think those. I think them joints is good. I think they didn't over by some entities. But I'm more so referring to Shiba and PayPay and Doge. Them joints might be around. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's on Robinhood, it might be straight. I ain't gonna if Robinhood went ahead and listed them, get the delisting some of their meme coin, then you might want to start paying attention. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Them other coins that we don't give a shit about. That's here today, gone tomorrow. Get out of those. Guys, do what you want to do. But yeah, so let's we talked to SEC already. We talked about the SEC, right?
Yes, we did.
Okay. So I want to talk about PNC Bank. Actually, let's talk about XDC. Talk about this yesterday. today about XDC. XDC is making some major moves quietly, just like Stellar. A couple other tokens, they move in silence. So it's very rare to see XDC in the headline. So let's talk about it, because Zan adopts XDC network to advance blockchain powered payments. So Zan, the reason why this is big is because Zan is a UAE based AI and blockchain powered fintech. The UAE. As soon as I saw the UAE, all my brain did was cha-ching, 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 dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign. Like, I saw UAE and was like, oh shoot, this is much bigger than a headline. So yeah, it's a UAE-based AI and blockchain-powered fintech and digital banking group. They have completed integration with the XDC network, which is a layer 1 blockchain built for enterprise finance and tokenization to support faster, more transparent, and cost-effective blockchain-powered payments. So this integration allows corporate and institutional clients subject to regulatory approvals to custody digital assets on the XDC network through Zen's institutional-grade custody services and leverage the blockchain for payment, settlement, and related financial services. So why this matters? So expanding blockchain payments into traditional finance, Zen's move means that companies and institutions can use blockchain rails via XDC for payment processing and settlement instead of relying solely on legacy systems. So blockchains offer faster settlement, lower costs, and better transparency compared with some traditional payment networks. So this integration isn't just about sending payments. It also adds institutional grade custody of digital assets, which is a big step toward mainstream financial adoption of tokenized money and digital instruments. So the partners said transactions on the XDC network are designed to align with ISO 222 messaging standards, which are widely used in traditional financial systems and help ensure interoperability with banks, payment systems, and regulatory frameworks. So how it fits the bigger picture. So blockchain integration in the UAE. So this partnership reflects broader trends in the Middle East, embrace of blockchain and digital finance, where regulators and fintechs are experimenting with digital currencies, tokenization, and new payment rails. For example, the UAE recently saw its first central bank digital currency cross-border payment. So the XDC network positions itself as an enterprise-ready blockchain with high throughput, low transaction costs, smart contracts, and trade finance support, making it attractive for cross-border payments and real-world asset tokenization. So blockchain adoption at the institutional level, especially in areas like custody and cross-border settlement, is a growing theme. So we've seen other integrations recently that reinforce this trend, including compliance and analytics tools, stablecoin settlement volumes rising across XDC, and connections to ISO 222 compliant payments infrastructure. So shout out to XDC for making sure that they over there in the UAE getting that UAE money, because but that just added more, to that blockchain. So yeah, XDC is a sleeping, definitely a sleeper. A lot of people sleep on it. But I think XDC gonna show his ass one random day, and people gonna be wishing they had bought that asset.
More validity. They're getting more valid out here in these streets. Okay. All right. Listen, I'm for it. You know what I'm saying? Once you said UAE, I was like, all right, here we go. I know they're doing a lot of stuff on the low. And shout out to DeFi King. He told y'all the other day, global trade finance. It's a whole lot of money over there. Whole lot of money.
For sure. So let's talk about Easy A Labs right quick, because Easy A Labs is building practical DeFi and wallet tools on the XRP ledger. CEO is very vocal on X, by the way. What is his name? I forgot his name. I'll look it up. Make sure y'all following him, because they are added.
Oh yeah, he is. He is very vocal. Yep.
Very vocal. Sometimes he was the one that was trying to talk shit about Zebec, and he was trying to get on Zebec. Zebec. I'm like, bro, you need to chill out. He was part of the FUD of Zebec.
Yeah.
But
Phil Quo.
Yeah.
Phil Quack, something like that.
Whatever his name is. Yeah. CA Labs has launched initiatives on the XRP ledger aimed at expanding developer DeFi tooling and wallet accessibility for builders. all part of a broader effort to grow real use cases on the network. So according to Gfinity, which is where I got as y'all can see the article from, this includes spotlighting EZA's tools and developer challenges around XRPL. So efforts to empower builders to deploy apps, tokens, and decentralized features on XRP infrastructure. Also, integration into hub content and ecosystem narratives on on Gfinity's updates page. So this suggests EZA Labs is positioning itself as a developer onboarding and education hub for the XRP ecosystem. So EZA focuses on practical tools and learning challenges that help developers build on the XRP ledger, not just explore theoretically, but actually deploy products like wallets, tokens, and dApps. This matters because developer activity is a foundational driver of ecosystem growth for any blockchain. So networks around tooling and community education or applications and real-world usage patterns emerge. So the XRP ecosystem is maturing now. So the XRP ledger has been expanding its capabilities to support more than payments, including smart contracts and DeFi, attracting builders who want low-cost, high-throughput infrastructure. So EZA's involvement helps lower the barrier to entry for developers who might otherwise ecosystems like Ethereum. So growing real-world use cases. So by equipping developers with the tools and education to build real products on XRP, the ecosystem moves closer to actual usage, not just speculation. So this can include wallets, DeFi interfaces, and token issuance, the kind of things that generate sustained network activity. So how it fits the broader XRP ledger story. So this development connects several broader trends. The XRPL expands beyond payments. So the ledger, NFTs, and tokenization, moving toward a multi-purpose blockchain. Then you have developer education, accelerates adoption. So initiatives like EZA's challenges help bring more builders and projects into a network that historically lagged behind some others in tooling. And XRPL's future growth hinges on real utilities. So projects that make it easier to build, test, and deploy applications help shift XRPL from being primarily a payment rail to a fully functional smart chain environment. So yeah, they're getting busy over there. They're trying to expand that XRP ledger, for sure, to get some volume over there.
No, they got to. What else they gonna do? What else they gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they got to stand 10 toes down on that.
That's
they got to stand 10 toes down.
So we got someone in the comments said that they like the EZA app. You literally learn about different blockchains, not just the XRPL. So it's people, yeah. So we got somebody in the chat that uses the EZA app. So yeah, maybe check that out for those that want to learn about these different blockchains. Definitely check out the EZA app. Let me stop promoting them because they is not paying me. Let me see. Oh
no, that's what's up. That's what's up though.
Do you have another article you wanted to go over? Did you want to talk about Subi? Or that was it?
No, we can talk about that later. Just later.
Okay. Okay, so this last article is just it's just a PNC Bank article that I wanted to go over with y'all. So PNC Bank CEO says stablecoins must choose so they got to be a payment tool or a money market fund. So PNC, I was waiting on one of them to enter the chat to talk about it. Somebody from one of these goddamn banks need to say something. Y'all too quiet for me. So PNC Bank CEO, his name is Bill Demchak, whatever Demchak. I don't know if I'm saying his last. His name is Bill. Anyway, he said in a recent earnings call that stablecoins need to make a choice between being a payment mechanism used like digital cash for moving money, or something that functions like a money market fund or investment vehicle. So like pays interest or yield to holders. So he argued that if stablecoins start paying interest, they start to look like regulated investment products like money market funds. It should be treated as such under financial regulations rather than being regulated primarily as payments infrastructure. So his basic point is, if you want to be a payment tool, stick to payments. If you want to pay interest and behave like an investment product, go through the same regulatory framework as money market funds. So this reflects a broader concern among banks that interest-bearing stablecoins could begin to compete with traditional bank deposits or cash equivalent products. Well, duh. Duh. So why this is being discussed now? So this comment comes as U.S. lawmakers and regulators are debating how to treat stablecoin yield and rewards in federal crypto legislation, especially the the Clarity Act. So there's active debate over whether stablecoin holders should earn interest and how that intersects with banking rules. Also, traditional banks are warning that interest-bearing stablecoins could draw deposits away from banks and into crypto products. What's the harm in that?
No.
What's the harm? I don't see the problem.
Nope.
And regulators are considering whether legislation should restrict stablecoin yields to protect banking system stability. And then banking leaders like Bill are emphasizing that different regulatory frameworks should apply depending on the stablecoin's function. So what this means, a simple interpretation. So stablecoins as payments versus investments. So Bill's argument boils down to this. If stablecoins are used like cash or digital dollars, moving value quickly and efficiently between parties without yield, they fit a payments model. If stablecoins pay interest or yield for holding value, they start acting like savings or investment products similar to money market funds. Finance regulation, those are very different regimes with different rules, safeguards, and disclosures. So banking concerns. So banks are just concerned that interest-bearing stablecoins, could basically mess up everything that they got going on. And then that also is going to potentially reduce the deposit base that funds loans and credit. So that's why some of the banking push for stablecoin yield restrictions or clear categorization. So how this fits a stablecoin narrative, legislative debate over yield restrictions, traditional finance versus crypto models, and functional clarity is key. So, but Bill, he's not just commenting on policy, he's just pointing to a structural question about how stablecoins should be designed and regulated. So yeah, I think he has a valid point. Payments tool versus yield vehicle. So this debate plays out across legislative, regulatory, and industry spheres right now. I think Bill is making a really good point. Bill is working with Coinbase, so Bill doesn't give a fuck.
he got skin in the game, fam.
Yeah.
He got skin in the game, so he like whatever. He said he gonna be straight whatever, but no, I get it. And shout out to Daniel with the super chat. Stablecoin is 1-to-1 with U.S. Treasuries. Bank deposits are 1-to-1. They are fractionalized, so one is safer. LOL. Yeah, exactly. So that's the name of the game. So Bill, I get what Bill's coming from. Cash just want to get paid. At the end of the day, people that have been in this space for a while, people that have been holding and having all these different assets, we just want to get paid, fam. Like, so whatever way y'all got to do it, however y'all got to split it up amongst yourselves, just get it done. We don't need to be talking no more. We done years.
And I think Bill's sick of them too. Because I think Bill ready to get paid himself. Because my whole thing with the banks is, y'all can get paid too. Who cares? If y'all take an L at the bank, y'all gonna make money from the damn investment. All y'all got XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XDC, XLM. Why we sitting here playing these motherfucking games? Y'all gonna get money. Y'all gonna get your money regardless.
Right.
Regardless. Y'all are just some greedy ass. But greed is really evil. Like I look at people that are greedy. I look at very different now. Because being greedy can be very demonic in a sense, because you're so greedy that you're willing to fuck over everybody because you just want it all. That's evil.
Yeah,
and so that's to me the banks they just play the game. Huh?
You don't care who you got to screw over. You gonna get yours. Exactly. And it's like mine. That mentality of mine is not gonna rock in this new world, fam. So
exactly.
Be mindful.
And I want these banks to stop pretending that they don't have a whole crypto portfolio in the background that they ain't even telling nobody about. So they can stop sitting here acting like crypto and blockchain is just gonna hurt them so badly. Like it's just gonna kill them. Like really, it could uplift them if they just all they gotta do is partner with Coinbase, Kraken, and Uphold, and they'll survive. But you're greedy. You're just fucking greedy.
Yep, just like CDU said, gluttony, pure gluttony. Absolutely. Absolutely. So
100%. I think that was pretty much everything, huh?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, man, let's just get on with the show. Fam, so we can continue to go. All right.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So
that's a fact. Let's get to it.
100%. So, but yeah, I think that's all we have for today, right? for right now at least.
Somebody said JP. Yeah, that was it. JP Morgan cleared $25 billion. What in the world? 25 bill. From what? I ain't shocked.
From what? Yeah. I mean, they got that. They got that on the hip.
He clearing it at least once. He clearing 25 billion. He clearing that at least once or twice a week.
Yeah. I ain't shocked. Yeah, that's the Fed. That's the Fed bank. So they gonna clear whatever they need to clear. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for the super chats. Thank you, DJ Serve.
Appreciate you, DJ Sir. Yeah, for sure. Appreciate you for that super chat. Oh, hold on, because Daniel just sent me something from Ripple. Oh, hold on, we're gonna have to unpack this real quick. Then we can hop off. Oh, you gotta go, D?
No, I'm straight. I got a few.
Okay, just probably for another 5 minutes. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's something going on with Ripple. Hold on, let me see what this is. Shout out to Daniel. Daniel just DM'd me something, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Let me pull it up. Pull this tweet up.
Oh, that's what was posted on the yearly earnings for JP Morgan. Oh, 25 billion. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So we got let me share my screen. All right, so we got Ripple tweeting out. So introducing the University Digital Asset Accelerator, UDAX. So UC Berkeley and Ripple's University Blockchain Research Initiative launched a pilot program to accelerate the transition from academic innovation to institutional XRP utility. So UDAX and UC Berkeley mission, so scaling enterprise solutions using XRP, bridging the gap between early stage ideas and market readiness, and connecting founders with Ripple engineers and global VCs.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out why this is so big. Hold on, because I'm not that big of a nerd. Wait a second. Because what's bringing universities into the pipeline helps her?
Stupid. I just cleared $8.65 at Wendy's today. Crazy. Y'all crazy.
Who said
that? Over there on TikTok. Crazy.
Okay, so it looks like they just expanded into the education side. Someone said this is an underrated development. Universities plus enterprise engineers plus VCs equal real infrastructure. So bridging academic innovation to institutional XRP utility is exactly how long-term adoption happens. Okay, so bridging academic research and production use cases is how ecosystems mature. So programs like this help turn ideas into infrastructure. Okay. So they just expanded, per usual, because all they've been doing is expanding. Like Ripple just been blowing up, just boom. They're just getting bigger and bigger. Okay, because I was like, why is this so big? Okay. So I see what's going on here. So long term, this is some bullish news for XRP as far as on the development side. On that XRP. Yeah. Okay. Now that's interesting. So yeah, this just came out today. So for those that want to deep dive into that, just head over to Ripple's website. It's right on there. But appreciate you sharing that, Daniel. But yeah, y'all, other than that, that was all we had.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was all we had for this evening. Other than that, we'll be in the Patreon later. My fault about yesterday, I got caught up. I got busy. But yeah, we're gonna be on the Patreon later. Yeah. So make sure y'all tap in. If you're not in the Patreon, man, make sure you get in that BlockNation community Patreon. It's a phenomenal community. Make sure y'all get in there. For those that want to educate themselves on DeFi, getting that DeFi Patreon. But other than that, y'all, we got that Flare Network Masterclass. It's also on sale right now. The recording's on sale, and then it's gonna be a call today at what 3?
Yeah, 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock for those that because I got a couple messages last night for those that want to call about how to get to the free trust and protect yourself moving forward. We're running the call today in 1 hour. It's in 1 hour. So go to the link in the bio, go to the link in the description, and fill out the free trust class information. And I'll make sure we get on that call. It's at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's in 1 hour. All right.
100%. So yeah, y'all. Other than that, we'll see y'all this evening. So yeah, make sure y'all hit up D if y'all need information about that call. Make sure y'all tap in, get that free trust. Everybody need to be taking advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? Do your homework on that trust. But yeah, y'all. Other than that, we'll see y'all in the Patreon this evening. If you're not in the Patreon gang, get in the Patreon because the live streams is like way better over there on Patreon. So yeah, tap in with us though.